All right. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. So I don't know how the audio and everything is, man, but um I'm gonna just wing it, man, tonight. So I haven't, posted I hadn't posted anything anywhere else, man. I was just kind of sitting here tonight and was just going through some thoughts in my mind, man. The thoughts that I had in my mind were just how to deal, well, not even how to deal with, but how to handle tough decisions, man. So for instance, like for me in my life right now, so I'm at a crossroads right now, like in terms of what I want to do career wise, and I've dedicated a large time through my life to where the only thing that I was ever even focused about was really on helping other people and how am I able to contribute to help others, man. And dude, for so long I just never really thought about what is it that I want to do. What's some of my passions? What are some things that interest me, and I'm 35, and 35, I'm married, I got kids, and probably within the past year, or within the last year, has been revealing, in which I'm excited about that, because at the end of the day, if I never knew some of the things that I'm learning about myself now, man, I wonder, well, first of all, I never know how things would be, but it's tough, man, when you change in general, I guess, is what makes it tough, because you get so used to doing things in one type of way. And ultimately, man, I'm at the point to where I have strongly considered like leaving my job, man, and I've been there 8 years. And like fear itself is like real, it's heavy, man. And so tonight I was just sitting here, I was working on some stuff, man, on the computer, and I was just like, you know what, man, I just want to kind of start documenting this stuff, because of not even documenting it, man. Like, let me just start, podcasting, recording, and put stuff out there. And it's just, this is me trying different things to try to figure out, like, how do I know what I want to do? And the tough decision that I'm faced with again is like, do I leave my job that I've been there for 8 years, and where do I go now? And it's crazy because, like, now that I'm a little older, if I would have been at this point at some other time, then how do I know? I don't know how things would have went, but I try not to spend so much time worrying about that, because I can't go back in time and do things different. So I have to worry about and focus on exactly what's in front of me right now. And in my right now, it is, okay, what do you want to do? And man, is I think the one way that I've been handling some of these decisions is literally like going one day at a time, like little by little, and just really and truly trying new things, man. And understanding that also too, when it comes time to make a decision on anything, whatever I choose, I never know whenever it comes time to choose, I never know what the other option would be or could be, because I've already decided something different. I'm doing my best to learn, like, not to live in the what if, because the what if isn't my reality. I have to pay attention to what the options that are on the table now, the cards that are in my hand now. Like, how am I going to navigate, and how am I going to use what I have in my hands right now to become better, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to say, but that's the thought that's in my mind. It's like, how can I use what I have in my hand right now to, better yet, how can I use what I have in my hand right now to move from where I am to where I want to be? That's what I'm trying to say, dude. And that's hard for me, at least. That's hard. That's challenging. And um, the commitment that I have to myself is that, you know what, or it's something that even that I say to myself every day. Even like whenever we're getting ready to put the kids to bed, when we pray and everything else, is like, hey, you know, I want to be better. Help me to be better today than I was yesterday. You know, and trying to improve in every little area that I can, because man, I gotta be like, I'll be completely straight up honest, man. Like, dude, spending my whole life, like the way that I grew up, um, which I can get into that at some other time, but um, I never put myself first. Like, I never did anything like that. I say never. Never is a strong word. I say 20% of the time was spent on what do I want to do, or what I want to do. 80% of the time was looking out for other people. I was well. I wasn't the first one in my family to go to college, but my goal was to be one of the first people in my family to finish college. And I'm never played football through high school. I walk on and start playing football in college. Dad passes. I immediately drop everything, go back home, take care of mom. And not that, you know, my mom needed some help, but not that she needed all of the help from me. I'm the youngest of six, the youngest of seven siblings. I got six siblings, but youngest of seven children, and I have six siblings. Um, again, not trying to live in the what if or what could have been, but what if I would have stayed in college? What would I have learned? You know, but it's those things that led me to where I am today. So ultimately, which is why I'm trying to learn how to overcome tough decisions. Like, I'm very hesitant at making decisions at times, because I wonder what if, versus actually um, thinking about the immediate decision or the immediate outcome of the decision that I make that would affect my now the soonest. So ultimately, man, how do I deal with making the tough decisions? I just have to make them. There is no other way. There is no other option. Like, I just have to make them. And regardless of whatever the outcome can be, because I can do my best to try and figure out ahead of time of what I think the other side of my choice will look like. But I don't know until I decide, because many a times I've been wrong where I thought like all hell was going to break loose and it didn't. And it actually turned around in my favor. So learning to um, not let fear overtake me, um, and actually like doing my best to just be comfortable with whatever I choose is where I'm at right now in life. So if you ever happen to come across this video, or whenever you do come across this video, my hope is that something that I've shared with you just now would encourage you, or even just open up a dialogue. Not even about encouraging anybody, man. It's just, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do in the world, man. And this is me getting out of my comfort zone and just doing it, man. Just doing different stuff. Um, but from here forward, you know, the channel is True You Apparel. It's really not even, it's not, apparel will come, but I'm learning that, man, it's not even about the apparel. It's just about being true to who I am, being true in my skin 100% of the time, no matter where I'm at. Me being me. And that's what this whole channel is about, man. So a lot of the time you see me driving one hand on the steering wheel and have like a 7-second quote. I think I'm going to still continue to do that. Um, but as time goes on, I'm going to be doing different things to try to figure out like, hey, what is it that I want to do? And hopefully along that way, um, that you're just willing to hang out and be a part of the journey. So I'm feeling really good right now, and I'm just going to continue to try to be better today than I was yesterday, and continue to grow, continue to try to improve on any and everything that I do. So Maybe this turns into a podcast. Maybe I clip some of this, or whatever, put it on other platforms or whatnot, man. But um, the only way that you can, handle tough decision is literally by deciding. Because if you're faced with a tough decision, what I'm learning right now, man, it's not gonna get any easier. No matter how much you think about it, no matter how much you try to figure out what could happen, it's not gonna work, man. Just regardless, setting fear aside, put fear in time out, and just decide and move on. And whatever decision that you make, whatever happens on the other side of that decision, it's gonna be okay. As challenging as it may be, or if it even would be challenging, no matter what, it's gonna be okay. And it may be okay immediately, or it may be okay like a month from then. But either way, what I'm learning right now is no matter what I'm faced with, just decide and commit to the decision that you make. Commit to the decision that you make. Commit to the decision that you make, man. That's it. That's where it's at, man. So I go by Bowleg Joe. Nice to meet you. Um, yeah, man. I think I'm a play a little bit of Call of Duty before I get off, man. Or not before I get off. I'm gonna play a little Call of Duty before I go to bed. Um, but yeah, if you see this video, do me a favor, like interact with it. Let me know that you saw it. Um, Let me know that you saw it. However you choose to do that. Whether if you choose to like the video, whether you choose to leave a comment. Um, I just want to start putting stuff out there just to see what happens. Do people watch the content? Do people listen to me? Am I somebody that's not even accepted? But even if you disagree with everything that I said, I just want to try different things. And one of the things that's been on my heart is like, hey, could you get to the point to where you start interviewing people? Who knows, man? But I'm just keep doing whatever I do, whether one watch or no watches. It's okay. But either way, it's 11:31 my time. Whatever time it is, have a good night. Have a good day wherever you watch from. And I'll see you next time, man. Peace.